Reading about vampires instead of wizards these days. We're going to meet best-selling author Stephenie Meyer in our next half hour and explain. And her story really kind of mirrors J.K. Rowling's in many ways.
Just has something to do with vampires versus wizards, right?
Good vampires and a love triangle. Sounds like good reading.
All right.
We're polishing off the last of the Harry Potter books, and an inevitable question emerges. Who do I turn to now? There are a slew of authors out there vying to fill the void, but it's the work of a stay-at-home mom turned writer that is starting to strike a chord, especially with young girls.
Stephenie Meyer.
A book signing in a suburb of Philadelphia shows some familiar hallmarks. Kids dressed in costumes, holding homemade signs, all worked up over a book.
It just takes you out of this world and into a different world.
A world that publishers hope Harry Potter fans will embrace. Many already have.
I like the Twilight series better than Harry Potter.
There are 3 novels so far. The latest, Eclipse, knocked The Boy Wizard off the USA Today bestseller list when it debuted in August.
It's so cool because it's like vampires and werewolves and they're like coexisting together.
The series is the brainchild of Stephenie Meyer, a young stay-at-home mother of 3 boys.
There you go. Oh, thank you.
She had a dream about a high school girl named Bella, whose classmate and boyfriend Edward is a good vampire. Thrown in a childhood friend who's a werewolf, and you have the perfect love triangle.
It was just a really great dream that I didn't want to forget. The idea that, oh, I'm writing a story, it sounded so goofy. I didn't want anyone to know.
The comparisons to J.K. Rowling, also a novice who says the idea for Harry Potter fell into her head on a train trip, are hard to ignore.
It's wonderful to be compared to her. Very, very flattering, but I really don't think that's ever going to happen again.
Meyer's books have sold 2 million copies in 2 years, a far cry from the initial success of Rowling's series. Perhaps part of the reason, the audience is mostly teenage girls, but readership has started to broaden.
I'm one of the only few boys who read this book.
Actually, I started reading Twilight before Harry ever did. And I fell in love with it. I fell in love with the characters.
And life post-Potter means it's not just about books anymore. The first movie is already in pre-production.
Fantastic, Jenny.
Now, here's Amy.